just don't care.
What's up, man? Welcome to the Kombat AllStar show. I'm Gooberton Good with 3rd Second Junior, as you all know. That ain't me. Yeah, I'm here today because Kombat's gonna be a little late. So I want to start off the show with y'all, you know, see how y'all homies feel, kick it with y'all for a little bit. So how was y'all New Year's? Have a good New Year? You know what I'm saying? How was your Christmas? I ain't seen you in a while. You know what I'm saying? So, if he ain't gonna be here, I'm gonna start this whole show for myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start off talking about, you know, video games, comic books, and... Where'd you come from, homie? I was hanging out with the Lost from the Underground. Lost from the Underground. Here come the Lords, here come the Lords, here come the Lost, and I'm a one chip wrecker.
Let's talk comic books.
Blackest Night. Good comic, great comic. I'm going to recommend it, and this is why. In the beginning, there was darkness, right? And then all of a sudden, the light came. Light came, battle with darkness. Darkness broke the light up into 7 different colors. Roy G. Biv, as we all know him today. Every color represents a different emotion and the emotional spectrum. And basically, it was scattered throughout the universe, and life happened. Stars everywhere, creatures being born, all that good stuff. Big Bang. So, when it was just darkness, it was a kingdom of darkness. And now all of a sudden you have all these different lights and they're basically invading their kingdom. So how Blackest Night starts off is you have the darkness coming back to reclaim their kingdom, the universe. So all the cores out there have to come together. So if you don't already know, every color of the emotional spectrum is a core, is a fighting group. Not necessarily a fighting group, I'll take that back, but it's a core. So you have the Indigo core, which is compassion. You have the Green Lantern core, which is will, and they're also the protectors of the universe. You also have the Yellow, which is fear. You have Orange, which is greed, and so on and so forth. So Green Lantern core being the color of will, and the protectors of the universe go up against the darkness, and it's just not enough. So Hal Jordan has to come up with a way to get all the other not all the other Green Lantern cores, but all the other cores to join his cause so they can fight the Black Lantern cores, so they can fight them and take back, you know, just win, I guess. So they have to recruit way more Green Lanterns. They have to recruit all the other cores out there to talk them into like coming together and fighting together, because as you all know, there's a lot of enemies out there. You know, the Yellow Lanterns don't like the Green Lanterns, and the Red Lanterns don't like the Guardians, and I mean, they don't get along. So getting them to all get along was no small feat. They end up getting along, and they come together for the common good because they don't want the universe destroyed and covered in darkness, of course. So they go against and they battle the Black Lantern Corps. Now I'm not going to spoil this for you guys. It's just a short summary so you can get a gist of it. With all the cores, they have to, you know, there's not enough people, like I was saying before. They have to recruit other Green Lantern cores or the Yellow Lantern Corps members, so they go all out. You have Lex Luthor, it's actually Orange Lantern. You have Scarecrow, who's recruited to the Yellow Lantern Corps. Wonder Woman changes cores 3 different times. Flash is the, you know, blue, color of hope. So I mean, it goes on, and it's really amazing stuff. They go hard, man. They go hard, and the ending is amazing. I'm not going to ruin it too much more for you guys, but that's just a short little summary of it. If you haven't checked out The Blackest Night, shame on you. You should be reading that. That's some good stuff. So go out there and pick it up. I always use ComiXology. If you're old school, go ahead and collect it, you know, Mile High Comic or your local comic store or whoever you have, Atomic Comic, whatever. Just go out there and pick it up. Tell them Combat sent you. Ain't going to get no discount, but promise you'll like it.
Let's talk wrestling.
This year in wrestling, the first episode of Raw, the new year started Monday, and it started off like a wet fart. I mean, let's be honest, wrestling this year. But TNA did some great signings. You had Awesome Kong come back. A lot of the old school guys, not the old school guys, but just the guys who've been around for TNA for a long time, they've re-signed. EC3, Kurt Angle. It's just been awesome for TNA. They've been doing a great job kicking butt. Like I said last video, they're coming up in a big way. If they're putting on better shows than Raw, there's a problem. there's a problem that Vince McMahon has to worry about. So, I mean, the Authority is back on Raw. I mean, Bad News Barrett came back, which was pretty cool. The Ascension got another squash match, which was awesome. So those guys are getting some more exposure. But all in all, the show sucked. It sucked bad. I mean, it was painful to watch. Painful. And it's supposed to be the top guys and the flagship show, and no, it's not. Again, NXT was awesome again. So, I mean, I'm not going to continue to talk about that every week, but NXT is beating the crap out of Raw and SmackDown every week. I mean, what can you do? Lucha Underground is actually they're doing a fatal 4-way. They're calling it something different, but they're doing their there's going to be a fatal 4-way for the first ever Lucha Underground title. So that's going to be huge. So it seems like every company out there is really stepping it up and doing some great things for 2015, kicking off the year right. But WWE, aside from NXT, is I don't know what you're thinking. I mean, I guess they're building for WrestleMania, but they gotta leave those old storylines alone. And I mean, it's one thing to build a match for WrestleMania, because it's WrestleMania season, Royal Rumble's right around the corner. But to do it in a way that the story falls flat and you just have to be dragged along until that match starts, it's horrible, 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 horrible. So hopefully wrestling gets better this year. I don't know what's in store. I mean, they brought Daniel Bryan back. He's going to be in Royal Rumble. He's going to be on SmackDown. But I don't know. Like I feel like it's too early to tell. I really thought they were going to do a great job. That first episode sucked. Usually the first episode of the new year for Raw is usually amazing. They've had some historic things happen, but this time it was just awful. I mean, there's no other way to say it. It was awful, 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 awful.
Let's talk video games.
For all of you out there that don't know, Halo beta's going on, Halo 5. You probably already know about it. So I just want to give you my impressions on it. First, so when I first played the game, I didn't really like it. It didn't feel like Halo to me. They changed the controls. It was just one of those things where like everything about it just seemed to be bad. They were doing more of an esports thing, so it looked kind of weird, you know what I mean? It looked kind of like I was playing dodgeball or something strange. But I'd have to admit, after I changed the control schemes to Halo 4 control schemes, and I got used to it, maybe 5 or 6 hours of the game under my belt, then I kind of got used to it, used to the rules and the mechanics of it, used to the different modes that they're doing. So I actually really like the beta now. It's a lot of fun. It's a shame that they didn't keep the same exact controls as Halo 4. Even though they did change the controls to Halo 4, there's still some things that are weird. Like the thumbstick is run when you gun butt, it's not B, it's actually the right bumper. So I mean, there are things that they changed and they took liberties with, which at first I was really offended by and I didn't like, but after I got a few hours of gameplay under my belt and actually went ahead and changed the control scheme to their version of the Halo 4 control scheme, it was a lot better. They had modes like Slayer, of course. They had a lot of different maps that they actually changed out since then. The beta is going to be going on until January 18th. So if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It's worth the download. Get a few hours of the gameplay, get your opinions on it, give those guys some good feedback. All in all, I do like the beta. I wish it still doesn't play like Halo to me, but it is extremely fun. They borrowed some things from like Call of Duty, where you have someone kills you and you get to see the replay of who killed you and where they were at until you respawn. They had some things from Titanfall as far as the jumping. They have a jump pack where you kind of jump a little further. Not quite parkour, but it was still kind of in that area of it. So, it is what it is. It took a lot of different things from different games to try to make it more esports. I think they were really, really successful at it, but I'm really, really afraid that they're going to lose the core of what makes Halo Halo. So 343 Industries, if you're watching the video, if you enjoy the Kombat AllStar show, please don't change too much. Halo is different for a reason. I mean, Call of Duty is very fast paced. You can do very quick kills, very sneaky kills, a lot of camping. Halo 5 is known for that one-on-one gunsmanship where you could duke it out with somebody one-on-one, and you don't have to worry about a lot of different perks like, you know, dogs or helicopters or anything crazy. So keep Halo. That's the only thing I can really say. There's a lot of core elements to Halo that makes it different. There's no other game out there like it. So please don't mess with something that's good. Keep it the way it is. I like what you're doing right now with the beta, but please don't change too much. Everybody out there that's watching right now, if you have an opinion on the Halo beta, if you played it, let me know what you think about it. I'd love to know what you guys think in your comments. So, I mean, I'll be reading them all. Let me know what you think, guys.
Let's talk visual effects.
So in visual effects, nada has been going on. It's been like, beep, flatline, man. I mean, you got Ant-Man trailer that came out with Agent Carter. You got the Batman vs. Superman trailer that's going to be coming out with Jupiter Ascending. But as far as actual visual effects in the industry, not the work that's being shown, nothing's been happening. I mean, it's been a pretty quiet year. I mean, which is crazy because last year was pretty insane. Granted, it's only, you know, been what, it's like the second week of January, so we still got time. But so far, nothing to report, guys. Sorry. I want to thank you guys for watching the Kombat AllStar show. As always, I hope that you enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed putting it on for you, and I hope that you enjoyed watching it. If you like what you saw, subscribe below. If you already subscribed, thank you. I'm going to be doing some really cool things later on in the year, so stick around and stay tuned. If you want to contact me, as always, look down below, Quantum VFX on Twitter, hashtag AskCast, or you can email me, not email me, but tweet me directly at Kombat AllStar. Don't really prefer that you do that, I should say, because my Twitter gets gets very clogged easily. I'm on there a lot. I'm very active. I'll still try to answer you back, but you'll get the fastest answer if you just tweet at Quantum VFX. So go ahead and tweet at Quantum VFX. Like I said, you can tweet at Kombat AllStar. I'll get back to you, but it won't be as fast. So in the meantime, I hope that you like what you saw, and I will see you next weekend.